Teacher, welcome to EduConnect Zambia. Now, remember, marking 100 books or 70 or 50 books, still learners are not improving. Okay, so now I want us to try this new method as we are going into this third term. All right. Now, there is one thing that I would want us to discuss on how we give feedback to the learners as we are marking the books. Okay. So one thing that we need to understand is that there are three things that we need to do as we are giving feedback to the learners, because sometimes we can be wondering why learners are not improving. The problem can be the way we give feedback to them. When we give them work, how do we give feedback? Because feedback should indicate where the learner should be able to improve. Feedback should indicate where the learner is doing better. Okay? So feedback also should tell the learner that you are improving. All right. So now, these three things are going to help us to be able to give proper feedback and in turn motivate a learner to improve. All right. So the three things that I'm talking about is that number one, our feedback to the learner should be specific. Okay? Should be specific. This time, let's avoid you can do better. All right? Okay? I know most of us, that is what we do. Okay? Checked. We have checked. So what? We have checked. We have not marked. But so what? The learner, that feedback, the learner will just know that the teacher has checked. Okay? But is there a specific problem that you have indicated where the learner needs to improve on? Okay. I get now. I see now. You get the sense. All right. So number one is that our feedback should be specific. Okay. Our feedback should be specific. All right. The other thing is that our feedback should be supportive. Very, very important. The feedback should be supportive. A learner should be able to understand from the feedback that we have written, should be able to understand to say, okay, I see the teacher is seeing something good in me. We understand everything might not be correct and everything might not be wrong. Okay, so this is where we need to understand. And so our feedback should be able to be supportive to the learner so that the learner is able to get motivated from there. All right. So the other thing is that our feedback should be actionable. All right. Our feedback should be actionable. So what we need to understand is that the thing that we need to avoid is to use bad grammar to the learners. Okay. So for instance, if a learner has written composition, okay, it's a composition that a learner has written and it has been brought to you as a teacher. All right. So you look for the strength in the learner's composition. All right. So for instance, after you have marked, you have checked to say, okay, the conclusion is bad. All right. But these are the things the learner has done well. So, okay, good many body, but let's work on the conclusion. The learner will know where to work on. Okay, so most of the time I've noticed that when we give feedback to the learners, what is going to happen is that even what they did well, in the next or maybe in the correction, it is going to be bad because how we have given the feedback to the learner. So the feedback should tell a learner where they are doing well and where they need to improve. If we do that, you are going to realize to say there are some of the stressful moments that we go through, we will not be able to go through them again. All right. So understand that as you are giving feedback, okay, let it be specific, let it be supportive, and also let it be actionable so that we reduce the number of books that is going to bring a headache to us in terms of whether they are improving or not. So always ensure that as you mark the books, indicate where the learner needs to do well and also indicate where the learner needs also where the learner has strength. As we'll be doing that, we'll be able to motivate the learner and they will know to say it's not everything which they are failing, but they have a strength somewhere which they will build on and be able to correct those mistakes which they are making. All right. Ciao. Let's hope we work towards that one so that we should be able to help these learners achieve what they need to achieve. All right. It has been me, Mr. Kamanga. Thank you. Thank you.